The New Testament in a year with Psalms and Proverbs. Day 77. Matthew 26, verses 57 to 75. Jesus before the council. Those who had arrested Jesus took him to the house of Caiaphas, the high priest, where the teachers of the law and the elders had gathered together. Peter followed from a distance, as far as the courtyard of the high priest's house. He went into the courtyard and sat down with the guards to see how it would all come out. The chief priests and the whole council tried to find some false evidence against Jesus to put him to death, but they could not find any, even though many people came forward and told lies about him. Finally, two men stepped up and said, "This man said, 'I am able to tear down God's temple and in 3 days later build it back up.'" The high priest stood up and said to Jesus, "Have you no answer to give this accusation against you?" But Jesus kept quiet. Again, the high priest spoke to him, "In the name of the living God, I now put you under oath. Tell us if you are the Messiah, the Son of God." Jesus answered him, "So you say, but I tell all of you, from this time on you will see the Son of Man sitting at the right side of the Almighty and coming on the clouds of heaven." At this the high priest tore his clothes and said, "Blasphemy! We don't need any more witnesses. You have just heard his blasphemy. What do you think?" They answered, "He is guilty and must die." Then they spat in his face and beat him. And those who slapped him said, "Prophesy for us, Messiah. Guess who hit you?" Peter denies Jesus. Peter was sitting outside in the courtyard when one of the high priest's servant women came to him and said, "You too were with Jesus of Galilee." But he denied it in front of them all. "I don't know what you are talking about," he answered, and went on out to the entrance of the courtyard. Another servant woman saw him and said to the men there, "He was with Jesus of Nazareth." Again, Peter denied it and answered, "I swear that I don't know that man." After a little while, the men standing there came to Peter. "Of course you are one of them," they said. "After all, the way you speak gives you away." Then Peter said, "I swear that I am telling you the truth. May God punish me if I am not. I do not know that man." Just then a rooster crowed, and Peter remembered what Jesus had told him. "Before the rooster crows, you will say 3 times that you do not know me." He went out and wept bitterly. Psalm 46. God is with us. God is our shelter and strength, always ready to help in times of trouble. So we will not be afraid, even if the earth is shaken and mountains fall into the ocean depths, even if the seas roar and rage, and the hills are shaken by the violence. There is a river that brings joy to the city of God, to the sacred house of the Most High. God is in that city, and it will never be destroyed. At early dawn he will come to its aid. Nations are terrified. Kingdoms are shaken. God thunders, and the earth dissolves. The Lord Almighty is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Come and see what the Lord has done. See what amazing things he has done on earth. He stops wars all over the world. He breaks bows, destroys spears, and sets shields on fire. "Stop fighting," he says, "and know that I am God, supreme among the nations, supreme over the world. The Lord Almighty is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge." Amen.